do, I gotta make sure this is gonna go to my, this is gonna go to my timer. I'm gonna make all the notes that's needed on these plans here. Now the set of plans that I have right here, this is the one that I need to keep these plans intact. And this is the set of plans that the city has given me. And so we have to make sure that these plans are here, and these plans is what the inspector is going to come out and look at, and it has their stamp on it. Okay, so I don't want to just release these to my framers. What I want to do is I want to come here and I've already made this plans for my, you see they got messed up, but these right here plans were made for the guy that came out and did the slab, the basement wall guys. And so they kind of look messed up real bad. So I'm gonna make some notes on these plans so I can translate this right here, so that my framer understands what's going on. Now the highlighted stuff, now we're not gonna finish this basement. So the highlighted stuff that you see, all the highlighted stuff is gonna be, it's gonna be load-bearing walls. So these are the walls that we have to have. But we're not gonna finish any partition walls down in the basement. So I'm just gonna put the minimum walls needed on these plans. So, all right, here, this wall here, put this right here so I can see. So what we're gonna have here is this wall here is just gonna be a partition. So we're gonna have a partition from the garage area. It's gonna be like 13 feet, which should be enough for a vehicle. Let me just see. Let me make sure. We have to make that wall big. I wouldn't have the That's about 16. That's not gonna work. So we'll have to create a partition down here somewhere. And look at here. You can't make this stuff up. Don't act right. What's up? So here's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna come here. I'm going to switch the game up on me. I got it. Alright. So we're gonna come here. And I need this wall here. We're gonna make another wall that goes across right here, straight across, like that. We also need this wall here, has to be in there, as well as right here, the load-bearing wall, so that's got to be there. This right here wall has to be there as well. I shift this back over here, we gotta insulate. We gotta make sure we have 5/8 sheetrock on the ceiling in this entire area right here.
Is it okay to do that?
Yeah. What do you mean? Is okay by?
To shift the wall over?
Well, this is a non-load bearing wall here. So this is really just a partition, and the partition is for fire.
What's this one gonna be?
Well, this is not a wall. This is a beam. These are LVL beams.
Okay.
We have grade beams in the garage area that we're gonna have posts that are gonna go here.
Okay.
Okay. And so I just used it. I was gonna put a partition right here, but it's not big enough to encompass a car or a truck. That's why I measured my car, just to kind of get an idea of it. So this is where the partitions are gonna go. And this is how it's gonna look. Okay. And these walls here, since we only have one level that's above it, these walls don't have to be one-dimensional size lumber bigger than the upper floors. So we can do this right here with 2x6. I'm sorry, not 2x6, but 2x4s. And they need to be 16 inches on center. And that's a code item as well. So I'm gonna get this right here to my framer, as well as this one right here. So put that one to the side, and let me work on this one. So let me work on this one right here. So now this is a little bit more going on here. So now, lumber is extremely expensive now. You got me a little closer.
Yeah.
Lumber is extremely expensive now. Things are really, really bad when it comes down to lumber. Lumber prices have just escalated out the roof. So what I'm doing is I'm being a little bit more efficient when it comes down to lumber. A lumber cost, or how efficient. I'm being a little bit more efficient when it comes down to waste. Okay. But I have to make sure I do everything to code. Now, code allows you to frame room partitions at 16 inches, at 24 inches on center. Now, anywhere else, any load bearing walls need to be at 16 inches on center if you're not using what they call inline framing. But in this case right here, we're just using traditional framing with two top plates and one bottom plate. So in this case, you got to be 16 inches on center. But now, if you're in a room partition, just a partition, it's not a load bearing wall, you can do them at 24 inches on center. So that saves you a little lumber there. Now, a lot of framers, and you can also get away from having to put a header above the doors in those non-load bearing walls. Now, a lot of framers don't like to do that because they don't like to get in trouble with the code officials. And number one, they don't like to read through these plans and figure out what's load bearing and what's non-load bearing. They don't try to figure out how these loads stack. So they just like to just go through and do everything 16 inches on center, and everything have headers. They don't want to think about all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline what needs to be load bearing and what needs to be non-load bearing. What they need, what they can get away with framing 16 inches on, 24 inches on center, which is going to be these right here. So we're going to come here, and I'm going to outline this right here in pink, as you can get that, where they can see that. So I'm going to come through here, and I'm going to outline this right here with these guys. I kind of did this. I like to do this off-site, because I don't like to get to a site and start trying to figure stuff out. Got that. Get that wall there.
What does the pink symbolize?
Huh?
What does the pink symbolize?
Pink symbolizes that they can frame all of these walls 24 inches on center. That's what it symbolizes.
And the blue?
And the blue is, there's another product that we're going to use, because the problem with lumber costs is the OSB. Okay? OSB is expensive right now. Anything that's engineered like OSB, subfloor, wall sheathing, deck, roof sheathing is expensive. This is what's driving the cost up really, really high. So what we're going to do is, instead of using OSB, we're gonna use what? Since we're using brick, we can get away with using blackboard except for on the corners, because we gotta have our shear wall bracing on the corners. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let those guys know exactly what to put up here. I'm gonna let them know where they can put the blackboard. Since we, like I said, since we're using brick, is okay. So I'm letting them know that as well. Okay. All right. So the wind wants to blow really, really hard now. If I wasn't out here, if I went out here doing this right here and didn't need the wind to blow, it wouldn't be blowing. Ain't that something? That's just how my luck goes. Man, we no good.
Finally getting some goodies delivered. It's crazy.
I ordered mine about a month or two ago. A couple of months. Well, maybe almost 2 months ago. There's an 8 to 11 week wait.
And that's if you're lucky.
That's if you're lucky. And I can guarantee something goes wrong.
That's right.
I can guarantee you one of your windows not gonna be the right size. One of them gonna be cracked. It's just gonna be something. It ain't gonna go smooth.
No,
It's just how it is, man.
not supposed to be easy though. Is it?
Yeah. I mean, heck, if everybody could do it, see, I tell people they pay me to take care of their problems.
Yep.
You know, if everybody could do it, if it was easy, everybody would do
Everybody
it.
be doing it. That's right.
That's right. How you coming along, man? That looks good over there, man. The house wrap looks really good, man. Your framers did a good job.
Yeah, we're about to put siding and the roof on it. Windows just came just now.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm using. I'm gonna go back to this blackboard. I'm trying to save money on lumber. How are your lumber prices looking?
Ate my lunch. I expected it to,
But you know something? I'm having to be creative, man. 'Cause this lumber fish is trying to eat up my profit. It's digging deep into my profit.
Yes.
Are you experiencing the same thing? Because now here, the problem is when I quoted it, between the time I quoted it and the time we actually moved the deal, lumber prices spiked.
Yeah. Same thing happened to me. I had, I kind of had a little bit left in there. I told him, look, going up. I'm eating most of it.
You say what now?
I said, I'm eating most of it.
Yeah. And now you can throughout the process, you can tweak some things like
Yeah.
cabinets. You know, you can kind of, you don't have to get as high. You see what I'm saying? But gosh, man, it is what it is, man.
It is.
And I can't go back to my customer and say, hey, look, you gotta give us more money. You know, I gave you a guaranteed maximum price. It is what it is, man. Like I said, I gotta eat it. You just gotta get another project.
That's right,
I'll tell you a good thing, man. I'm building myself a house, man. And people are coming in. They're trying to buy. Above them. You know, I'm not gonna, I decided not to sell mine. But man, I had somebody who wanted to offer me damn near $100,000 over what I had in it. And I just hadn't seen a market like this yet, man. This is crazy.
That's the way it was. I've been building in Florida and back before during the bubble.
Uh-huh.
Tell you, it was, prices were moving up 20, 30, 40, $50,000 between when I'd break ground and when I would close. Every time. I mean, I was leaving $40,000, $50,000 on the table every time. So finally, I stopped pre-selling them. They were moving up so fast.
You start pre-selling?
Right after I did that, it collapsed. So
Yeah, I don't like, I like
Yeah.
the spectrum. I don't really like, my game is not custom.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like anybody messing with me while I'm doing it. Because it's like me doing art. Like if I'm doing an art, a masterpiece, and then you come in and take the brush up and say, I think you need to do it like this right here. See, that becomes a problem for me. And then not only that, you don't really know your costs until you're done.
That's right.
Until you're close enough. When you only got a couple guys, you can have bills pulling out there 2 months after you built the house.
Yeah, it's
cabinets. That's that engineered stuff. That's gonna be up too. It's just. It's like you got your stuff from Lowe's. You got your windows from Lowe's.
Got my windows from Lowe's because everybody else wanted it to take so long. And
Lowe's were able to get it in quicker.
well, here's what happened. Everybody was telling me 8 to 10 weeks back before, 2.5 months ago. And I went to Lowe's and they said, 6 weeks. Okay? And I said, okay, I'll do that. And I figured Lowe's has buying power. They have the clout.
Yeah.
Now they're going to get theirs in. And so about 5 weeks in, I went and checked. Said, well, let me call. And now it's going to be March 20th. That was 4 weeks after that.
So they was the same time everybody else.
Well, I don't know. Everybody else could have been pushing them even farther out.
Now my
you know?
guy, he got mine. Like I said, I ordered my windows a little while ago.
Yeah.
Now what you gotta order your windows. Is it 12? Would you be okay with this right here? These right here?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
Right now?
Yes, sir.
All right, here's what I got, man.
Uh-huh.
All right, I got this is the basement right here.
Mm-hmm.
These are the this right here is
LVL triple.
yeah, got the LVL,
Okay.
but this right here I need to have a wall going all the way across right here as a
All the way
partition.
across, okay.
All the way across right here. We have a door here, same thing.
Uh-huh.
And these walls, all the walls are going to be 2 by 4s.
Uh-huh. Inside.
Yeah, all these walls are 2 by 4s. You can do that
Mm-hmm.
because you only got one floor above.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So these are 2 by 4, 16 inches on center.
Okay.
So we got this wall, that wall, that wall, and that
That
wall.
wall.
All
Okay.
right.
And upside 2 by 6s. Stereo.
No, 2 by 4.
2 by 4 too.
Because you only carry one floor.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need 2 by 6s unless you had 2 floors above.
Okay.
So if I had another floor and another floor, I had to use 2 by 6s.
All right.
But here I can use 2 by 4s.
2 by 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now on here, this right here. Unless what do you give you up there? 2 by 6s?
Yeah, 2 by 6s.
The exterior wall, then we have to do 2 by 6s then. That's what he sent, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stereo.
Exterior wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we good. No, my bad. That's right.
Yeah.
Exterior wall.
Yeah.
But now here, all these right here in the pink,
Uh-huh.
you can do in 24 inches on center.
Yeah, because it's in nothing on the top. No.
Correct.
Yeah.
Also, no headers.
No hair. Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no header there.
Uh-huh.
No header. You can just do 2
2 by 4.
2 by 4.
Yeah, 2 by 4.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
know.
There you go. All right, and now when the other stuff comes, you remember that blackboard? That black stuff? Instead of OSB, we use the black stuff.
Okay.
That's on the second level.
And the second level.
On the second level, we're gonna do the blackboard.
Yeah, just in the corners put a half-inch plywood.
All right, that's it.
Okay.
And at the corners, when we get the T-walls, like right here, just on the exterior walls, like right here, we can do a 2 by 6 and then a 2 by 4. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the insulation coming in behind.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And the corner just put a like
2.
2 by 4 like this.
I think it's like this, 2 by 4, and then the other one, something like that there,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I know.
Or however it was, you see.
Yeah.
I think it may be like this right here. I think it may be like that.
Yeah, right.
Well, however it was, it's one way.
Yeah, it's only 2.
It's just only 2, not 3.
Yeah.
Because I got to be able to insulate the corner.
Yeah.
Anything else, man?
No, I think it's it.
I'm going to make you another set of, do you need this?
No, I
These
use
okay?
Yeah, I use it.
Okay.
This later you give me the plans for the roof.
Yeah, I give you everything. All right, man.
And the nails,
Yeah, what kind you want?
Hitachi,
Hitachi?
21 minutes.
Hitachi nails.
Yeah.
and I got the concrete nail somewhere right there.
Now he got the concrete nail, so
Yeah.
I get him to see some Hitachi 2.5,
3 inches
3 inches.
and 2 3/8 for the plywood.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, good. All right, this is a site we're going ahead and we're getting started today. So we got a few framers on site. We got a couple of more on the way. But the first thing you want to do is we got a lumber package here. So here's what I got. I'll tell you a good thing that somebody's starting to get started in building is to let them come out here and do little things like count the lumber up, make sure everything is there. What that's doing for him, that's what he's doing. What that's doing for him is that's allowing him to learn what kind of lumber goes where, what kind of lumber you have. So we go here and we look at these right here and we check them off as we go. So we got to make sure that these guys are charging me correct. All right. So one thing he has to have, we got to have his tape measure to make sure he's pulling the right size. So he's going to go through this whole thing. And he's going to count all that lumber up there to make sure that everything showed up. Now later on, my lumber guy's gonna come out here because he's got to bring some nails. That's another big ticket item. You know, typically I put about $600-700 nail allowance on most of these jobs. And the reason for that, one thing you want to make sure of, one thing that becomes a problem, if your framer is the one that supply the nails, he might not put enough. But if I supply the nails and you don't have to pay for them, he may put too much. So there has to be a good balance there. So right now what they're doing is they're gonna be popping lines. They'll be doing that for a minute. And they'll just make sure they got everything measured up, make sure the concrete was done correctly, making sure everything is square. So that's what's going on at this moment. Now this main level right here, all the walls, since we're only supporting one floor and a roof and not 2 floors, we can do all this right here. 2x4s, 16 inches on center. I brought these right here, workhorses. I brought them from another site because I don't really want my lumber to be used. Lumber is getting scarce nowadays, so we can't spend a lot of money on lumber. So what I do is I'm trying to save as much as I can. Hopefully I can send as much as I can send back. And that's the name of the game. All right, guys. There we go. Oh, you take it easy, buddy.